you referred before was that your neighbors are in their no, sorry, mid 80s. Yeah, so mid 80s for European standards, it's quite old. Like most people lived up to the age of 80. But what we hear from Japan is that people can easily live up to the age of 100.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't seem to be a big deal. Which here it's news. If you are
Yeah.
100, you're going to be on social media for sure, and maybe
Sure.
the local consular will visit you with a cake or with something. So
Right. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
is it really the case in Japan?
Oh yeah, there are thousands of centenarians here, thousands of them, and yeah, it's not uncommon at all. Like I said, the people who are in their upper 80s who live next door to us there, I mean, they're out every day working for hours in their fields. It's incredible. They're still professional farmers. There's a guy just up from where we are here in Kanazawa who he's 93 or 94 years old, and he's built a tree house that he uses to trim his branches. So he climbs up this really rickety ladder onto they're just boards they're not even nailed in. Wow. And he climbs up there and he clips his trees, and he's 93 or 94 years old, and he's 20 feet up in the air doing all this. And I'm like, you're mad. What are you doing?
That's impressive. And why do you think they can live that long in Japan? What's the recipe? What's the secret? Is there anything you can point out as the reason why the life expectancy is that high?
I think that they take care of themselves pretty well. There's a lot of drinking here. This is a heavy drinking culture, especially for men. But there's virtually no obesity here. And, children in schools eat some of the healthiest lunches that I've ever seen. It's incredible, the nutrition that they get, and that they're eager to eat. They love vegetables. These 5-year-old kids, these 8-year-old kids, these 11-year-old kids, they're gobbling up vegetables in their meals, and they have this just wonderfully nutritious meals. Whereas, when I grew up, everybody, if you brought your school lunch, it would be like a peanut butter sandwich, some cookies, and maybe like some chocolate milk or something like that, or like a cheese sandwich. They were pathetic. No nutrition at all. And, breakfast was like some sugary cereal, and dinner was, a hamburger or something. It's no wonder that, Americans are obese and oftentimes don't really know how to take care of themselves well when it comes to their health. Whereas in Japan, they're taught from a very early age how to eat, and portion size too. They don't go overboard. Any dessert that you order is a very, very small portion. Your dinners, your lunches are generally pretty small as well. And people walk a lot here. They do a lot of walking. And I think that anyone who gardens on a regular basis or who farms, they're going to be in pretty good shape. It's not easy to do that kind of work, especially if the work isn't mechanized the way that it often is in the United States. They're using their muscles all the time. They're bending down, they're standing up, and it's just a very sort of healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. Actually, I was watching a short of Jordan Peterson talking to a guy. Can't remember who is the other guy. Sorry, it's my bad. But they were discussing that by 2030. Yeah, I don't know, in the near future, so the next 6 years, 1 in 2 Americans are going to be obese, and not overweight, obese. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's incredible. So
chances are that next time you see it on a plane to the US, you're going to be squeezed.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, that's a situation. It's night and day. When I go back to the States, I mean, it's probably the first thing that I notice is people are obese, or the tourists who come here, not only from the United States, they could be from Western Europe too. much bigger than the Japanese people. And they have trouble walking. You're obese. Most people don't walk with a smooth gait.
Yeah.
Whereas in Japan, that's generally not the case, Yeah, it's very noticeable.
Yeah. And I think it's not only the walking, it's the breathing. Because if you are heavy, then it's a struggle to walk, to make some movements, even
That's
to
right.
think and put your ideas and plans and projects together, because it's just too much for you to carry. So
Right.
it's always a better thing to be light. It's because probably you're gonna make better decisions based on that.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that.